Music is everything. I grew up listening to pop punk, rock, stuff like that. I do love a lot of different kind of genres of music, and especially kind of intertwining that with my hair world too. Taking those pictures into my hairstylist when I was in high school and saying like, give me these weird layers and color in my bangs, and it was all just very intertwined.
I love the plants because of the texture and the balance and the shape and all, just like we do with their hair. Many guests will come to us with a certain texture of hair or a certain level of damage, and we teach them how to nurture and grow and take care of it and make sure that it's the best it can be, not only when they're in the salon, but also when they're not with us.
For me, the Springfield, Missouri episode of Style Trip is really about community. You have these two uniquely different businesses that are rooted in the same thing, which is love for hair, love for the guests, love for their businesses, love for growth, love for their community. As a hairstylist, I've been lucky enough in my career to travel the planet. Throughout my travels, I've met some interesting people, seen some amazing places, and found inspiration all along the way. Join me as I make new friends, explore new communities, and leave a trail of inspirational hair behind. I'm Colin Caruso, and this is Style Trip.
Good morning, Colin.
Welcome to Springfield, Missouri.
I love it. It's nice and brisk and chilly.
Yeah. It is brisk and chilly. Did you think you would be in Springfield, Missouri at some point this year?
Actually, I did.
You did, right? Yeah. That's the pleasant surprise about being here. But we have two uniquely different salons, about a block and a half, 2 blocks away from each other, that are both really successful. And to me, that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to come here. First, we're going to visit Valeria at Valeria Ball Salon, and then we're going to head over and visit Erin at Blue Skies. In fact, the owners from Blue Skies started at Valerie's Salon.
I love that we're working with 2 salons like in such a close environment here, and then collaborating to see what we come up with.
Hey!
Good morning.
How's it going?
Morning.
So we were just talking about how uniquely different your businesses are, and how uniquely different both of you are, and that's what we're really excited about, to be able to capture Springfield from 2 different perspectives. Music's so important to you, and it was great to see you play last night, which music does, right?
Yeah.
It brings people together.
Yeah, I just think it's cool. I look up to my fellow bandmates a lot because they're so talented, and that kind of ties for me and with hair too, because for music you have to learn the rules before you can break them.
So we know where we're going with you, music. We're gonna kind of string all that inspiration together. You are bringing us to Good Vibes Greenhouse.
Yeah.
How are we gonna draw inspiration from succulents to hair?
It's kind of funny, I was thinking of maintenance. Succulents don't need much maintenance, which is great for me as a plant person. Water them once a month, they live. It's great.
Yeah.
But then they also grow ones that take a little more love and nurturing and maintenance. That's how our guests are at the salon.
You never know what you're gonna get when you come on a style trip, what inspires someone. So when you first hear succulents, I didn't know how we will be able to connect it to hair, but that's what it's all about. You never really know what's in store. So thank you for being our tour guide.
Awesome. Thanks
Absolutely.
for being here.
Thanks for being here.
My relationship with Good Vibes Greenhouse goes back a long way. The plants bring such a warmth to the environment at the salon. It's incredible how lively it feels. We actually have some guests that look forward to what plant they're gonna buy, along with their shampoo and conditioner and their highlight service. What Kim and Amy do is they care for people. They care about people. It's genuine, it comes from their heart and their soul, and you can see it in everything that they do.
Good Vibes Greenhouse is just rooted in positivity. We just wanted to do something good in our community, and that's kind of how it started.
We work with the individuals in the school system, and the individuals were really inspired by Good Vibes Greenhouse and the plants that we were working with. We worked together collaboratively as Succulent Enterprises.
They all have special needs. They all have different ability levels, and they all contribute in different ways. 2nd grade through 65.
65 is our oldest individual.
But we just get together, we plant succulents. So another reason we started this, we actually presented our individuals in the schools with disabilities, the fact that there's an 80% unemployment rate among individuals with disabilities. We can just create more opportunities for them to be involved in our community. And that's what we're trying to highlight by showing how magnificent they are. We love working with them.
Hey guys! Hey, how are you? This is Cam.
Hey Cam, I'm Colin. Nice to meet you, brother.
And this is Levi.
Hey Levi. So what are you guys working on?
Show them what you're working on.
We are working on this.
I've never seen a guitar look that beautiful. Coming in and meeting Cameron and Levi and seeing how happy they were in here. I mean, you walk into this room, happiness instantly takes over. They're being creative, they're being artistic, whether it's playing an instrument or putting succulents on an instrument. And to see Levi and Cameron in that moment, smiling ear to ear, you can see how Good Vibes plays a role in their life.
And what's fantastic about this plant is it will shoot little tiny babies off that will just run down, so you can give them to all of your friends.
And just like what we're learning about the plants, those little seeds break off and grow new plants. That's kind of what Valerie's done in her community with Blue Skies. So tell us about all the different plants that you do have. A lot of them are succulents, correct?
Correct. We have a lot of succulents.
It's actually a color trend, and it's based off the actual tones in the succulents here. So it'll have these greenish pastel undertones, pinky little edges, a little bit of purple in there, things like that, where they're actually, you know, recreating succulent hair. And what I think is really cool is inspiration comes from anywhere, right? We always talk about that. So you can kind of make that direct connection, and it's trending.
So I already have a great style in mind, like drawing inspiration for succulents. Definitely the composition where it's slightly askew and angle and not just straight up and down. So definitely something a little bit more rock and roll, tying into Erin's band so that the style will be a little bit unexpected.
I remember that even in high school, I would go pay with my own money to get my hair done because it was that important to me, and it felt like my image and just part of who I was. Coming here, my mom would drop me off at the front door when I was like 14, 15 to come see shows, and now getting to play in a band, I mean, that would always be like a little dream in the back of my head, like that would be so cool to sing in a band. It's just like this amazing little outlet, artistically, musically, that's separate from hair, but still feels like it's in the same family.
So last night, the look and the vibe of Outland was just hyped up fun energy. I love that Valeria Boss Salon's team was there to support Erin. It was like coming together and just being one community.
When we're covering a song, we're obviously trying to technically get it down so that it's the best it can be, but we're also going to do what's right for us. So I think that does kind of coincide with, depending on who's sitting in your chair, it's going to be different. You can do other things and other techniques and apply it to different lengths of hair, different colors, different whatever.
This is the Outland Ballroom, huh?
This is it.
I'm Chris Wallace.
Thanks for
the
having
Outland
us.
Ballroom.
Come on in, take a tour.
Outland's always been a staple for live music, different bands coming through town. You never know what you're gonna get with the bands. We'll have anything from bluegrass, hip hop, metal shows, maybe just DJs. This building's always been a melting pot, a staple of downtown, and everybody's comfortable coming in here, you know what I'm saying? So being able to have that one-on-one with my customers, you know, is really cool because through our time together, you know what I'm saying, we're able to get to know each other.
Wallace, to me, is a lot more than a bartender. He's not just slinging drinks. Not only is he a therapist, like he said, not only is he making sure everybody has a drink and they're taken care of, and in the service industry like we are in that regard, he really is a historian, an expert in music. He really loves to be able to talk music with people, to be around live music, to be able to be that connection point. And I think that's what's existing here at the Outland, and that's what music and community is all about.
Oh yeah, it's good therapy for yourself as well, man. And you know, just to have clients that you know personally and being able to help them out, and you make them a really good drink or a nice haircut or whatever, and they remember that, you know.
This is why we do Style Trip. Like, we get invited to other people's communities. I would have never walked up those steps, and I would never got to see how amazing the facility and, you know, all the creative energy coming through this place and meet great people like you. So thank you. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
So I am the drummer of Dear Dolores, and I play music with Erin, who is the lead singer. We love playing shows at the Outland. It's like one of the hot spots of the downtown community. It's always been our dream to create a salon that's very inclusive and eclectic, both for the guest and the stylist.
Working at Blue Skies is like my home away from home. Bob Ross is playing in our salon 24/7. All throughout high school and growing up, I loved art and I always was drawing or painting. So hair is definitely a creative outlet for me. So for Jessica's hair today, I was thinking giving her a few fashion colors. So I don't want it to necessarily be super punky or crazy. I don't think that's who she is.
Anyone who does CrossFit knows that you kind of get bit by the bug, you drink the Kool-Aid. I always tell people, the competition floor is my runway. Like, just because I'm out there sweating, like getting dirty, whatever, like, I still like to look pretty. But I've never really ventured out onto the color palette, so I'm definitely excited to get some color, have some fun.
So let's talk a little bit about the coloring process.
I want to give her a little bit of depth and dimension, so we're going to use the demi on her base. After we apply that, we're going to go through the ends and add a little fun. Using that Pop XG, we want to draw inspiration from the Succulents and from the kind of like music scene that we have in Springfield, so I'm really excited about that.
So the demi's going to add a lot of shine, add a lot of depth. The tones that Erin used was the 6BV and the 7PA in equal parts. And what you're going to get from that is you're going to get a beautiful blue-violet kind of deep tone from the 6BV, paired off with a smoky tone of a pearl ash at a level 7.
After we applied the base using the demi, we went ahead and applied those end pops of color using Pop XG. I used green and mint condition. I mixed those two together. I used peachy keen and pink, and I used purple quartz. So for those colors, relating them back to music, they're derivative to me from that punk hair that you would see. Now it's kind of toned down a little bit. It doesn't yell so much, but colors that you find in nature. So these are some that we've found inspiration through succulents and plants, like through Valerie's inspiration with Good Vibes Greenhouse.
My journey with Paul Mitchell began in 1997. I was an educator and just fell in love with the company with a heart and a soul. We started the salon in 2001 with a small suite, about 150 square feet, and then eventually moved and morphed into 8,000 square feet. So it's a little unusual for a salon to be that large in a city our size, but for me, I just think it's all about community connecting and our team being together with a singular vision. So we stay together and we have fun. My favorite thing about Jess's hairstyle, she loves to fix it and go out and make sure it looks all girly and fun, but yet in her daily life and her routine, she needs to have something that's gonna be quick and easy and go up.
Walk me through your haircut with inspiration of succulents and music.
For Jess's hair, we've got several different goals. One, we need something that's low maintenance, that can be styled very quickly, but can also be pulled back, since she is in the gym up to 5 hours a day. So we're gonna use the Neuro Lift to build body and texture at the base. Then we're gonna use Neuro Prime and give it a nice, smooth, frizz-free factor, but also help hold in the curl while protecting it.
On Jessica's hair, I really want to showcase the color, for one thing, and to respect the cut that Valerie did. I went in and curled everything in the same direction with a little twist, just to give myself a little more undulations to get more of a rock and roll vibe. I use Neuro Protect on each section just to give myself that added protection from any styling tool that I use. It allows even heat and it creates a barrier that really protects the hair. You can never have too much Neuro Protect, in my opinion.
Yes. It never gets sticky. It never gets, connected to the iron. It's amazing. And the next day it even feels soft.
Exactly.
I absolutely love the look. It's just been fun listening to the artists all day talk about how the hair represents the succulents. I consider succulents like low maintenance, but still like fun, spunky, and cute. I feel like that's what this look is. Like I need to go to the gym, be able to tie it back. So I love the look, it's awesome.
I love that we got to work with two different salons in Springfield, a Valerie Boss salon and Blue Skies. Both very different within like a block of each other. With that fresh energy in Springfield, I think our out-of-the-box inspiration of succulents and live music and rock and roll really fit in here.
So this has always been the original goal of Style Trip. If you really want to be a great artist, it's all about the experiences. It's all about figuring out what makes the people you respect and admire, what makes them tick. You look at Philip and Katie, they started here at Valerie Boss Salon, and they did branch off, and they did plant their own seed in their own community, and they did open a salon that works great for them and is unique to them. I feel like I've taken something from Springfield, from Valerie, from Erin, from Philip, from the whole crew, and I feel like that makes me a better artist. And that's what Style Trip's all about.